Dear friends of the 2021 Free Iran Conference in support of a secular, democratic, non-nuclear Republic of Iran. That would be important for me to have that and important for the world. Thanks for inviting me to share a message with you today. I'm Congressman Steve Cohen of Tennessee, the city of Memphis. I represent this area, the 9th Congressional District of Tennessee in Congress. And I'm a co-chair of the Congressional Iran Human Rights and Democracy Caucus. The human rights and democratic freedom of Iran are very important issues to me, and they are some of my top priorities. Long been a supporter of the Iranian people for a free Iran, and strongly support an Iran that is democratic, secular, and non-nuclear. I will continue to support your work in Congress to promote these important values in Iran, and I will work with my colleagues in the Biden-Harris administration to continue our progress on Iranian human rights. We cannot let perpetrators of crimes against humanity in Iran go unpunished, and they should be published so people know who did it, what they did. I look forward to communicating with the Iranian American community members to hear about your priorities. Please feel free to reach out to me through the caucus, connect to members of Congress, and update U.S. leaders on important information about Iran. Welcome President Biden's efforts to make human rights and justice key components of American foreign policy and engagement in the world. Should have always been that way, and we just had a brief detour. But President Biden's put us back on the right path. It's important for all of us to work together to affirm those values of human rights and democracy around the world. As you know, I'm an original co-sponsor of House Resolution 118, which condemns the Ayatollah's human rights abuses and holds Iran accountable for using its embassies and supposed diplomats to plan or commit acts of terrorism. The resolution is bipartisan, with over 250 members of Congress co-sponsoring it. It reaffirms the House's commitment to holding the Iranian government accountable for its oppressive, despotic, fundamental, misogynist, fundamentalist, and terrorist rule. In November, many Iranians took to the streets in over 100 cities to seek justice and demand basic human rights. I was heartened to see that outpouring of support of the Iranian people to protest and to try to reform their government. The regime's response, though, to the unarmed protesters with indiscriminate force was disgraceful, resulted in many injuries, and it weighed on me. Governments that respond to peaceful protests in that way must be held accountable, whether in China, Iran, or even in America. The Iranian people deserve a government that respects their fundamental rights and freedoms, including freedom of speech and assembly and gender, and freedom of religion and equality. Due to the resilience of the Iranian people and all the wonderful work you do, I'm hopeful of the progress that lies ahead. I commend and support Mrs. Rajavi's work in fighting for a free Iran and paving the way to support the people of Iran and their democratic aspirations. I look forward to continue working with you all on creating a free and open Iran next year in Tehran. Thank you.